Everyone had heard about that place, but no one ever dared to speak its name, as if it wasn't a word but a curse. They say whoever entered that abandoned government lodge deep in the Colorado mountains came back, but never the same. I'm telling this story only because I was one of those people who went there. It happened 3 years ago. I, along with my 4 friends, Ryan, Jake, Eric, and Logan, planned a hiking trip in the forests of Rocky Mountain National Park during our summer break. We were all college students from Chicago, and this time we wanted something different. Adventure, yes, but also something haunted and off the grid. We found an old lodge listed in an outdated government file, St. Hollow Creek Forest Lodge, a place marked as closed without any explanation. Just one warning line: services permanently suspended. To us, it sounded perfect, isolated, quiet, and mysterious. To reach it, we needed a local guide, an old man named Samuel Gray. When we mentioned the name of the lodge, his expression changed instantly. A shadow passed over his face. Fear. He warned us, "Don't go there, son. That place isn't a house anymore. It's a grave." But we were young, curious, and foolish. We ignored him and eventually persuaded him to take us there. The journey was rough, thick forest trails, steep rocks, and an unnatural wind that whispered like someone breathing behind your neck. Samuel walked behind us, mumbling something constantly, maybe prayers, maybe warnings. When the lodge finally came into view, we all went silent. It wasn't just abandoned. It felt wrong. A 2-story stone building with moss-covered walls, broken windows, and silence so deep it rang in your ears. The door was ajar. Inside, dust, cobwebs, and a chilling cold that wasn't part of the mountain weather. We wandered through the rooms, laughing, taking photos, even filming short clips for Instagram. But as night fell, everything began to change. The hands of our watches stopped. Cellular networks vanished, though GPS oddly still worked, and said we were at unknown. We weren't terrified yet, just uneasy. We asked Samuel, "Aren't you coming in?" He only said, "Don't step into the room that opens by itself." We laughed, but at midnight that exact door creaked open. Samuel remained near the gate, eyes shut, chanting prayers. Inside, at the end of the hallway, the room was waiting. A large wooden door, locked with an iron padlock earlier, now wide open. At 12:03 a.m., it opened without a sound, yet carried a scream within. Jake was the first to move. "Bro, this is it. I'm going in. If we film something creepy, this is going viral." I tried to stop him. "Man, don't be stupid. Something feels seriously off." But he was already halfway through. Eric and Ryan followed behind. Logan and I stayed. Samuel now sat outside, his back to the house, whispering faster than before. I looked at Logan. "You coming?" He shook his head. "No way, something's not right." "I'll be quick," I said. When I stepped into the room, it felt like walking into a different world. The temperature dropped drastically and everything seemed warped. The room was dusty, old, yellowed papers on the walls, flickering light from a hanging bulb. But at the far end was a mirror, and that's when things got wrong. In the mirror, I couldn't see Jake, Ryan, or Eric, just myself. I froze. "Jake?" I whispered. He turned. "What? Your reflection's not there." He walked up and laughed. "Dude, stop messing with me." I looked again. His face was in the mirror now, but the eyes were hollow. 2 dark holes stared back at me. I screamed and ran out. Logan was still there, pale and shaking. "What happened?" he asked. "That room. It's not just haunted. It's a trap." We tried to run, but the front door slammed shut. We were sealed in, and every clock inside still showed 12:03. Our phones? Blank. Dead. That's when the voice came. You came here, now you stay. It wasn't human. It was ancient, cold, endless. The walls of the house began to change, shifting into tunnels like a living maze. No matter which door we opened, we always returned to the same cursed room. Then the mirror began to show us our past, a memory. 5 teenagers in middle school, back in Chicago. We had played a prank on the school janitor, Mr. Carter, an old man who always looked tired. We locked him in the basement storage during winter break. 3 days later, he was found dead. No one knew who did it. But we did. We swore never to tell. Now, Mr. Carter's burnt, decayed face stared back at us from the mirror. "You forgot me," the voice whispered, "but this place remembers." Logan dropped to his knees. "We have to leave." But every way out brought us back to that same mirror, and now our friends were different. Jake was pinned to a wall, whispering nonsense. Ryan was on the floor, blood pouring from empty sockets. Eric was grinning, with no teeth, only insects crawling from his mouth. All 3 spoke together. "Your turn." We ran. Then we heard Samuel's voice, faint. "Run. Now. The door's open." We rushed. As we reached the door, a shadow blocked our path. It was Mr. Carter's ghost, his face burnt and twisted. "You want out?" he said. "Then one of you stays." The air turned to ice. I looked at Logan. He looked back, calm but crying. "Go, man. If one of us escapes, maybe we can break the curse." "No, we'll both leave." But he shoved me through. The last thing I saw was the door slamming shut behind me. I woke up in a hospital near Boulder. Samuel had found me unconscious near the forest's edge. "You're lucky, kid," he said. "But your friends, they'll never come back." I reported everything, but no one believed me. Police searched. They found no lodge, no room, just a burnt mark in the shape of a face on a tree. 3 years passed. One night, there was a knock on my apartment door. A man in a government suit stood outside. "Are you Jason Miller?" "Yes." He pulled out an old file. "Have you ever been to this place?" He showed me a picture, St. Hollow Creek Forest Lodge. I stayed silent. "Why?" I asked. "A survey team went missing there last month. Only one thing was found." He handed me an envelope. Inside was Logan's wristwatch, stuck at 12:03. But today it read 12:04. The lights flickered. My TV turned on by itself. The screen flashed. "Your turn." I tried to run, but my front door wouldn't open. My phone displayed just one location, St. Hollow Creek Forest Lodge, room 13, and I realized maybe I never really escaped.